Welcome to Designer Digital's Bi-Weekly Tips, September 26, 2014. This week, tips for creating guidelines in Photoshop or Elements. When you're setting up a document for a digital project, using Photoshop and Elements guides can help you position page components with precision. This is the first in a three-part series on using guides in Photoshop and Elements. Open up a document and turn on the rulers by pressing Ctrl R or on a Mac system Command R on your keyboard to get started. Alternatively, you can choose View Rulers from the menu bar. You'll need the rulers open to use guides effectively. There are two ways to create a guide. For the first way, position your cursor over a ruler. Click and hold as you drag toward your open document. When you release the clicker, the guide is created. You can pull down a guide from the top ruler or over from the left ruler. The second way is to look at the menu bar across the top of the page and choose View New Guide. This opens the New Guide dialog box. Choose either horizontal or vertical as the orientation, and then type in a position. You can type in a measurement like 6 inches, 5 centimeters, 4 pixels, depending on how you set up your document. Alternatively, you can type a percentage, like 50%, to create a centered line, and then click OK. There are two ways to center guides. You can center guides by using the View, New Guide, and 50% method. If you create both horizontal and vertical lines this way, you'll be able to mark the center point of the document. Another way to center guides is to get the Move tool and press Ctrl T or on a Mac system Command T on your keyboard. This opens up the Transform controls, which puts small boxes at the center point of the sides. You can drag guides to these small boxes to create centered guides. When you're designing a page, you can use the rule of thirds to create a visually pleasing arrangement. Just divide your page into thirds both horizontally and vertically using guides. For a 12 by 12 page, that'll be 4 and 8 inches, both horizontally and vertically. Place your focal image at one of the guide intersections. As you click and drag an image using the Move tool, you can use the image border to align it over one of the guides. With the Move tool selected, make sure that Show Bounding box or Show Transform controls is ticked in the options. Guides are a great tool to use when you want to create a borderless print. Your printer guide will help you determine how close to the edge of the document you can position important images. Draw out guides to form a border around your page. You can position your images within that border to make sure that they're not going to be cut off in the printing process. So if your printer recommends, for example, a 1/4 inch border, you can create guidelines a 1/4 inch from the edge of each of the sides of the page. Move text, borders, and any important images within these bounding boxes to make sure that they're not cut off when the page is expanded in printing. Using guides takes the guesswork out of positioning items on your page. You'll be able to center text and elements and place items in a visually pleasing arrangement. You can line up elements and ensure that important items aren't too close to the edge of the page before printing. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check back in 2 weeks for the next Designer Digitals tip on changing guides.